This question is for Brittany.
How was rusted?
With the going down, with the short shorts. If we go up there, or ask you guys the question. Nobody.
I know you play golf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best Tiger Woods.
Yeah, look at white.
Just a second.
Oh, you can turn what?
Yeah. He's up there every day getting that tan on.
Alright, you may begin when ready.
Alright, so our title of the book is called The Swap. Theory is called the Jesus Switcher Theory. And the Jesus Switcher Theory is when Jesus was summoned by Pilate, and when Pilate found out that Jesus was innocent, they swapped another prisoner for Jesus after Jesus was beaten. So Pilate helped Jesus fake his own crucifixion and resurrection.
Okay, so the resurrection was faked and Pilate, you said Pilate helped out? Okay. Alright. Who's ready to shoot this one down or attempt to shoot?
This was for Bradley.
I want to ask him.
Ask him a question.
No, you're.
Sorry, so.
Alright, hang on, Hazel, let me make sure you're in the camera. Alright, Gerard, maybe again.
You didn't say that Jesus died by crucifixion, so wouldn't that be proving that all of Christianity is false?
Well, and we're not trying to prove Christianity is true. We're just trying to prove Jesus didn't actually die by crucifixion. Or what are we trying to prove?
I'm trying to prove that Jesus did not rise from the dead.
Yeah. Well, Jesus didn't rise from the dead because he didn't die.
Alright. That's it.
Group. Group.
Get Bradford, get Bradford.
That's right.
So, if you're trying to,
Okay.
if you're trying to say that God was traded out with another prisoner, then who spread the word with all the disciples?
What?
Why were they? Who walked with the disciples with the 40 days after he was
Jesus.
Jesus? So he just switched the bodies.
He didn't die.
He didn't die.
He was beaten. Okay, and then another prisoner, he was beaten beyond recognition, so another prisoner went up.
So you're saying the crucifixion, they did not crucify Jesus?
No, they crucified another prisoner in place of Jesus because they couldn't recognize him. Pilate thought he was innocent, so Pilate switched him out and then sent another prisoner up to die.
Okay.
Point group.
Get Bradford. No, Bradford's gonna go there and go some.
Somebody get up there and ask a question.
There's not really a lot of holes in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a free
Well, no, I have one. I just gotta go
Okay.
So, should I do it?
Because if I go and speak about it now, my words are gonna be scrambled. You already think I'm retarded.
You don't have to talk all that. Just put it together.
I'm scared that we're gonna give them a free point. I don't know what to say after that. What are you looking like, Bradford?
What do y'all think?
Bradford, you didn't even hear Bradford time.
You did nothing.
Yes.
Well, then you're
Well,
fucking
it's a question. It's not even like a. Y'all see,
Stupid.
it's not even.
Come on,
It's never gonna happen.
Come on, Garrett.
Come on, they can recognize
Come on,
him.
Mr. UFO is flying around.
Hey, it was. There's satellites flying around 24/7 or floating around.
This was also
They put in auto.
Wow,
They put in autopilot and it's going around the
Just
solar
get up there,
system.
we'll see what happens.
It's like the space.
Can you see me?
One step closer.
Yeah, that.
Perfect.
Okay, so y'all's claim is that Jesus was swapped with a clone of him, right?
Another prisoner.
Or another prisoner that looks just like him, right?
He was beaten beyond recognition, so it wouldn't matter if they were both beaten. You couldn't tell the difference.
So you're saying that they were both beaten?
Yes.
They're both beaten?
Yes, I said that.
Okay, never mind. Because I was gonna say that one was obviously, you could tell the difference if one was beaten and the other.
Point group.
Would a question give them a point?
Well, it depends on what kind of question it is and if they can answer it.
How old is the Earth?
Oh, it doesn't count. You're just going to lose another point for your group. You're talking out of turn. Get up in front of the camera. No question is official unless it's in front of the camera. It's 3-0 group.
Give them 4.
Guys,
I got plenty of some passes.
Nobody else goes. If nobody else goes up, you be the last person.
Nah, you trying to
I'm supposed to go.
Am I good?
Yes.
Alright. Cops, can you explain like how Jesus had the like the stuff in his hands and he showed it to all the disciples?
So what we think he did is that after he was beaten, he knew they were going to be looking for it, right?
Mhm.
So he just
Oh
just straight through the wrist.
What about the side?
The side, just right in the side. I mean, you had to pull it off somehow. You had to make it believable. Either that, or he could have used some kind of clay, like makeup, like a makeup thing.
Point group.
You gotta say that.
I gave you my one more.
You might as well just go say.
I told you. I didn't say the empty tomb. Bring up those two things. Sometimes bring in a question directly.
You act like I don't know.
Okay, Molly, you're good.
Ask me why it's necessary.
Why would someone break their own legs? And like, how could he walk?
Well, since he was going to rise again and be healed, he didn't need to have to break his legs because he was going to be walking anyway.
Well, his
He didn't have
legs
to
were
fake
already
broken legs.
but like, how could he walk if his legs were broken?
In the Bible, when Jesus walks up to the disciples after he died, were his legs broken?
I don't know.
He
You tell me.
No, they weren't. He didn't have to fake broken legs. The only thing he had to fake was the scars.
He's talking
Point
about
group.
the Bible. What you believe in? Why would you?
Oh!
About to win this.
Just let him learn
And Jesus' legs were not broken.
I thought they were.
This is all going on YouTube.
Can you explain empty tomb?
I didn't think Marcus.
Ask Bradford. Come on. Good.
Yep.
Can you explain the empty tomb and how?
The empty tomb?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Brennan, you want to?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fourth class.
Pilot.
That's a fourth
White
class.
class.
Yeah, we got We're tied. We're tied.
Different what I was gonna say.
That's good job. Pilot. You said you knew what you were talking about.
I'm ready to tag myself.
Alright, you go.
He told me to say something else what I was gonna say. So I didn't know what he wanted me to say.
That's good.
Pilot.
5-1. 5-1 group. 5-1 group. That's the first point for the class.
Hey,
Yeah.
where were they meeting from?
No.
No, you cannot ask a question right there.
No, don't ask.
Remember, there's a way to determine how I'm given points. I'm not just randomly assigning points.
Keep on 6 and 1 here.
30 seconds?
No, come on. Alright, thanks. I'm walking up there and I'm thinking I didn't walk up there.
Oh wait, Mason's coming to ask questions.
Okay, Asa, hang on. Let me see if you're in the camera. You are. Okay.
Okay, so the enemy factor says that the guards indirectly admit that the tomb was empty. So does that mean that the other guy that was put inside the tomb, does that mean that he rose from the dead?
No, he was just dead.
So how does that explain the tomb being empty?
Well, what we think happened is Pilate and the guards rolled back the stone, so faked that it was just rolled back on its own, and took the body out of the SWAT prisoner.
How do you
And
know
then-
that?
Well, we don't, but you can't 100% prove what you think that Jesus rose from the dead either. So we think the best explanation is Pilate helped roll back the stone, take the fake body out, and then, Because what Pilate was doing is helping Jesus cover up his death and make it look like he rose.
Point class.
Woo, alien theory's still on top right now.
They kind of look right now.
Wait, no, that's not.
No, it's not.
Alright.
Hunter, you went to something.
Dudley.
So like,
Yeah,
what is it to get you beaten from? Like beaten at on their body.
Same place they're all beaten on their back.
So how
Point group.
Oh, wait, Doug's got a good one.
He can go first.
So,
Alright, hang on. Asa. Alright.
okay, so what about the guards fainting? I mean, how do you explain that?
You can say people passed out. You can say knock somebody out in a boxing match and actually knock out.
Okay, so then,
They,
Point group.
Dang!
Yep. Can you explain the angel and how Mary saw him and they ran and saw the
Yeah.
tomb, saw Jesus?
Pilate dressed up a guard, put him on top of a rock.
And
Make him
so
sit
he
there
had all the
already.
piercings in his hands and everything too? They stabbed him?
The angel?
No, Pilate. Because Jesus had the like the stuff in his hands and stuff. So did they stab him? Like beat him too?
Wait, what?
I'm saying like
No,
Mary
Jesus-
ran and saw
Mary saw Jesus because Jesus didn't die because he faked his scars and his death. The angel, Pilate dressed up a guard and put him on top of the stone and made him sit there all pretty.
No, I'm saying, I wasn't asking that.
Point group.
I wasn't asking that.
No, but he was asking like.
I was saying
what Mary
Jesus.
Magdalene saw whenever he saw
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know what he was asking.
He didn't answer that.
Still point group.
He didn't.
So like you said, he got beat on his back.
Oh, Donovan,
Do you know how they beat the prisoners?
No, but I'm trying to say to you, how could he not be recognizable?
The Bible says Jesus was beaten beyond recognition.
Why are you bringing the Bible?
Point
up here,
break.
Ray?
Come on.
Sorry, the earliest source documents for Jesus' resurrection
How
said,
did you come to that conclusion? What are they?
Point group.
What?
Oh.
You just don't like me.
That's not it. That has nothing.
Josh did not answer my question.
Macaulay, go up there and see if they get point group.
It has something to do with race.
It has nothing to do with race. Go back and review in your mind how the 2 points for the class.
We're gonna have to watch
How did
film
they
on
get
this
this?
so I can get better.
They use a tactic. I did too. How you come to that?
No, they did not use a tactic.
That's a fallacy roll runner. How you come to that conclusion?
In the empty tomb when Mary saw him?
No.
I think I'm gonna try one more time.
Alright, let's try one more time. Alright, you're good. You're good.
What? So you said that Jesus was beaten unrecognizable, you know, just say like until he's unnoticeable, but the punishment of them was to whiplash their back, right? Like hit him in the back
I'm
times.
taking that from the Bible that he was beaten beyond recognition. From the Gospels.
Okay, but how was he beaten unrecognizably if they only whiplashed him in the back and only put a crown, like throwing a crown on his head?
The early source documents say he was beaten beyond recognition. I don't know how, that's the first-hand account. That his own followers could not recognize him. If his own followers couldn't recognize him, you think anybody else could?
No.
Point group.
Look, we're done asking questions. Just stop, guys.
Alright. Going once, going twice.
Got them.